Hi, I'm Marilyn, and this video is regarding 3 common things to never say to an introvert. And this is preceding my video regarding 3 common myths about introverts. So I hope you watch that video. If not, it will be linked on one of these sides at the end of the video. So I'm gonna get right into it. The first common thing that people say to introverts that should not be said is, number 1, you should participate more in conversations and activities. So the thing to understand about this is our society was pretty much designed by extroverts. So there is an expectation that everyone should do what extroverts want and what they like to do. And if people don't like to do those kinds of things, then it's kind of looked down upon. An introvert not wanting to participate in conversations or activities is not a character flaw. They have their own unique ways and their own things that they're interested in doing. Introverts get it a lot, where we kind of grow up being forced into activities that we don't want to do. If you're an extrovert, always remember this, that what's fun for an extrovert may not be fun for an introvert. As I said before, introverts have their own unique things that they're interested in doing. We could even be working on a project that requires a lot of focus and a lot of attention. And so being distracted by going to events or going to people's parties is going to deter us away from the things that we're actually interested in doing. One of the most influential people that have ever lived is Albert Einstein, and he is an introvert. Imagine if he had attended all the events that he was invited to, then he would have never came up with the theory of relativity. Introverts have a lot of great ideas. A lot of them require a lot of focus, so we cannot be participating in every activity. Number 2, asking an introvert, "Are you okay?" It is not right to assume that if an introvert is not talking, that there's something wrong. It is actually quite insulting to do this. Introverts learn by observing and listening. So they're always paying attention not just to what you say or what's being said, but they're also paying attention to the sounds and everything else that's going on in their environment. So they just prefer to listen. They will gladly, of course, engage in conversation when the topics are of interest to them. Introverts are very used to people assuming that there's something wrong with them when they don't speak. That's why we take it as an insult when someone asks if we're okay or not. There is only one instance where it's okay to ask, are you okay, to an introvert, and that's only if you are close friends with the introvert and you've been friends with that person for quite a long period of time. Because in this case, then you know this person, you know that where their baseline personality is. So let's say you always know that they're a quiet person, but their level of quiet and their need for solitude is kind of like around this level. But then all of a sudden, for some period of time, you see them drop down to like a lower level, right? Then it's okay. If you're a close friend and you know their baseline personality, then it's okay to approach your introverted friend and ask, are you okay? And the person will not, most likely not take it as an insult because they know that you're their friend, so they will just assume that you're just concerned about them. However, if you do not know the introvert and you ask this question, then the person will interpret this as judgment and that you're not asking because you're concerned. I know for me, when I'm in large groups, I always like to observe my environment, especially if I'm outdoors. I'm not just listening to the conversations going on, but I'm paying attention to the nature sounds, like if I hear birds or if I hear wind, I'm paying attention to all the kind of stimulus in the environment. That's why I prefer to listen, because the stimulus around me is quite strong. I prefer to kind of listen and take it all in. Number 3, you're so shy, and something along the lines of you need to work on your confidence. Now, both of these statements are actually quite insulting to an introvert. And you would be surprised, like maybe you think that, oh, saying that you're so shy, how is that an insult? Well, introverts hear these things a lot. What you're actually saying, it's a judgment, basically. You're judging them. And the worst part about that is you're assuming they're shy and you can't really prove that that's the case. Like I said in my other video, the 3 myths about introverts, that just because a person refrains from giving their opinion or expressing themselves, it does not mean that they're shy. There's many reasons why they don't express themselves, and some of the reasons I included in that video were that they don't want to give their opinion because they don't want to start conflict. Number 2, they don't want to give their opinion because maybe the topic is going off topic and so they don't want to continue on. Maybe they want to change the focus to more on the purpose of why you're having that interaction. And 3, maybe they're just not interested in the topic. There's many reasons why people don't express themselves and remain quiet, and it's not just shyness. And also, in terms of confidence, there is something called quiet confidence, and it's confidence based on being secure with who you are. So some introverts, and of course there's insecure introverts as well, but I'm going to focus more on the secure introverts. Secure introverts don't need to express all the opinions that they have, right? They don't need to prove themselves to other people. They know in their heart what they believe in, so they don't have to always prove to other people what they believe in. Confidence comes from believing in yourself, and you can believe in yourself without expressing how you feel to everybody all the time. If you're an introvert and you have further feedback on what I've said, please let me know in the comments below. And I hope you found this video insightful. Thanks for watching.